Hey guys, Sintra6 here, and welcome to the one and only episode 9 of my series Questlog, where I give out my opinions on pretty much anything that catches my attention or anything that I may want to talk about. So, today's episode, like mentioned in the last episode, is going to be about balancing your lifestyle, trying to be fit, and about mental health issues and problems. So, this one's going to get a little personal. So, just giving you a fair warning before you enter this video. It might get a little weird from here on out in this particular video, not overall in the channel, but I hope you stick around to, keep up with the conversation. So this video, I wanted to make it about balancing your lifestyle because it's something that I'm struggling with right now. And it's something that I wanted to get out there to see how many people are going through this exact same thing at the moment. And if you can give me any pointers, or if I may help you out with a couple of things here and there, depending on, at the end of the day, since it is about my opinions and all, I would like to help you guys out in any issues that you may be having. And if listening to me may help you relieve some stress, that makes me really happy. And like I said, it's a community where we all support each other, or at least try to support each other. We fight every now and then, but at the end of the day, we're here and we're all human and we can keep going. So, talking about balance. So, little backstory. Right now, I am fat, overweight. It's horrible. Don't be like this, kids. I don't have a camera or a decent camera for me to show you guys, and I'm certainly not gonna put a picture of myself onto the internet right now. So you're just gonna have to wait for that. But like I said, I'm overweight and I'm trying to fix it. So here's the way I see it. I really love games, I really love computers, I really love media and all of that stuff. But I find myself lacing around a lot of times, and lately I feel like I used to suffer from asthma a lot, and I feel like it's coming back because I'm not fit. It's getting hard to breathe every now and then, and I can't keep my breath as well as I used to be able to. So that's one of my fears. And with that said, that pushed me to go forward and try to become healthy again. I've made my portions smaller. I've been drinking a lot less juice and drinking more water. I've been going out for walks, and eventually I'm going to start jogging and then running. I don't want to have I wouldn't say I don't want to, but that's not the primary focus. Having a six pack or being ripped or anything like that, that's not the point. The point is for me to become healthy again, to the point where I don't feel, like a huge boulder running around. Like when I say I'm overweight, I don't want to exaggerate. Like I'm not a whale, I'm not a land whale, I'm not a human boulder, but I am overweight, and it has started affecting my health and all of that stuff, and I'm trying to change. And I'm actually trying to change a bunch of things in my lifestyle because I've become sort of reclusive, and I'm not even sure if that's the right word. I've sectioned myself off from a lot of the world, and a lot of the world, and a lot of my friends are no longer here. So it's become an issue. It's been impacting my mood and all of that, and it's not particularly attributed to gaming or watching TV shows or anything like that, because that has at beforehand that had started to lose my interest too. Before, like a month or two ago, where I got my PC, I actually hadn't been playing on my PlayStation 4 for like forever either. And that's what caught my attention. Something that I used to love to do so much just started just becoming less focused in my life, and it's such a big hobby of mine I wasn't finding interest in anymore, even though there was these promises of huge games coming up. So I got kind of worried because it was just starting to affect my mood. And I know a lot of you guys might feel the same way out there, and I hope that we are able to help each other out with that. But all of that changed when I started making these videos, when I started trying to push myself forward and speak out, make friends, just get my voice out, let all the stress out. Because if you keep it all in, most likely it's just gonna condense and condense, and it's gonna get worse. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to share with you guys my life story. I wanted to have a place in which I could talk to others, or where potentially someone might listen to me and it might help them out the same way that listening to other YouTubers helped me out, and how they were an inspiration for me personally. So that's part of the thing I wanted to talk about, having a balance in your lifestyle. So one thing that I personally believe is that when you do have a balance in your lifestyle, it is very easy to be in a good mood, because everything just sort of fits where it has to be. You know, when you don't have a schedule, you're just kind of going around and lacing around through life. You don't have any expectations. You don't really have anything to look forward to. You might find an escape in games and all of that, but nothing is really fulfilling, at least not for me. So that's why I decided to get back into shape. That's why I decided, to sort of set a schedule for myself, to set goals for myself that I could look forward to. And sort of, if you make your life entirely about gaming or watching movies or all of that sort of stuff, if it takes over your life, it becomes kind of like a chore. And that's why I started losing interest in gaming games, because I had so much of it. I had so many games and I had so much time to play them that they didn't have the novelty that they once had. And that's sad, because games are a huge part of my life. It's what inspired me to try and become the person I wanted to be. It inspired me to look for the career that I want to have, and there would push me. A lot of people look up to like book characters and TV show characters, and they see them as inspirations. A lot of people, normal people, see real actors or sports athletes and all of those guys as examples of people that they want to be, and they motivate themselves through that. For me, it was the same, but with games and movies and TV shows. I saw them, and it sort of inspired me to try and become an animator, to create things like this that will cheer people up or bring them down or just make them feel something, have an impact on someone. And like I said, having too much of something really ruins the experience for the majority of us. When I had too many games, I didn't want to play them anymore. When I had too many shows on Crunchyroll to watch, I didn't want to watch them anymore. When I had way too much music to listen to, well, actually, that's a bad example, because I can't stop listening to music, because I listen to like everything and everything and on my free time. But when I had too many TV shows to watch, I didn't want to watch them anymore. I lost interest, because it didn't have its novelty. When it becomes a chore, when it becomes something that you have to do, it's kind of depressing. It sort of takes away its charm. So that's why balance is important. That's why the best way to enjoy video games, I think, is, after a day of work, or after you got your responsibilities done, you go home and you get to relax and play a game, sit down and play some Persona. You get more enjoyment out of it, in my opinion. And I think a lot of us tend to forget that. We get so into the game that we forget to take care of ourselves. So as far as the fitness issue, think about it like this: if you're not fit, you're sort of limiting your time on this earth. So if you really want to play games, you should probably start exercising, because if you're fit, you're going to live longer, and if you live longer, you get to play more games. Let's look at it like that. That's a good way to look at it, if that serves as a motivation for you. Personally, I want to see more shows, I want to see more games, I want to have more experiences. Therefore, I have to regain my fitness in order to have more time on this earth, because we aren't going to be here forever, guys. So just have more time on this earth for me to do the things that I want to do. Um, Aside from that, we went over balance, we went over fitness, and now let's go into my innermost mental ramblings. So for me, I'm a super imaginative person, and I'm always stuck in my head for some reason. I'm always imagining a series, or I'm always thinking up of a story while I'm listening to music, and usually I write them down, I jot them down, and I end up developing them, but they don't really go anywhere. So because I'm such an imaginative person, every now and then I sort of get these like auditory or visual illusions where I might see something every now and then. It might be dementia, I might be going crazy. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it happens. So that was also caused by stress. Uh, I figured out that whenever I was too stressed out or whenever something tough was happening, I would start sort of imagining things that weren't there. And stress induced hallucinations are sort of scary. Just letting you guys know, it's sort of a scary new thing for me to have to deal with. But now I have you guys. Now I can talk to you guys and let you guys know just how crazy the YouTuber you're watching is. Um, Now that I'm in a better mood and I'm in a better spot in my life now, they start to go away naturally by themselves. And while I don't think it's a huge issue, I don't think I'm developing any sort of disease like dementia or anything like that. This might become a long running joke in this channel like, look, Center 6 is crazy. He's got dementia. He's talking to himself in a room, big white room in his house, and things are just going downhill for him. And you might be true. You might be right. Honestly, you might be right. But let's hope that's not the case. Uh, thing about mental issues, okay? Not talking about any major ones like they escape my mind right now. I can't even think of the names, but you guys get what I'm saying. I'm not gonna talk about like the real deep issues. More of like mental stability, pacing oneself, and the works. Important, super important. When you take care of yourself mentally and you take care of yourself physically, you find more enjoyment in the things you do because you're more energized. And I think that's something, especially us in this you know in this sphere, this bubble of ours, this gaming bubble, we tend to take that for granted. So let's try and regain control of our lives, because it is important. It is important. You want to spend more time on this earth, you got to take care of yourself. You got to learn to take care of yourself, because no one else is going to take care of you for you. You got to have that drive to want things, to persevere, to get through another day. And don't ever be afraid to message someone or talk to someone. If you want, most of the time I'll always be here. You can send me like a private message or anything like that, and I might be able to help you guys out. Don't be If you're watching this later on, maybe hopefully when I have more viewers, and I don't answer to you right away, or I never get to your message, don't be discouraged, because I do want to try and be there for you guys as much as possible, because you guys are my precious audience. You guys are sort of my friends. Well, not sort of. You guys are my friends who I take time out of my day to speak to you guys, and when I could be doing something else. And I think I cherish this a lot. I cherish this a lot because it is helping me develop as a person. And I hope that you guys get continue to see me grow and to see me develop into a better speaker, and into a more social person, and just to get out there more, be in the presence of others. So you guys are my motivation and what drives me. I want to succeed here. I want to build an audience, and I can be the same for you guys. I want to be the person that sort of drives you to become better versions of yourself, the same way that I'm trying to become the best version of me that I can be. you know like I said in the previous video of Persona 5, your character, you try to become the best version of yourself. So if anything, if you find that sort of little loophole or cheat, hey, this is my avatar, let me make it the best version of my avatar that I can be. And just persevere, guys. Hang in there. If you're going through some tough issues, all of us go through some negative stuff sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna talk about all of the negative things that impact me in my life here, because that would just be depressing. You would just be watching a depressed person ramble on for 20 minutes about how much they hate themselves and want to kill themselves. Not that that's me, but I never wanted to get to that. So you might come here mostly for positivity. 99% of the time. I will get serious every now and then in the video and something like this, but when you start at the start of the video, I will let you guys know when, you know, shit's gonna hit the fan and shit's gonna get real. So with that said, thank you for listening to me ramble on for what seems about 15 minutes so far. Yeah, 15 minutes. Thank you guys for listening to me. If you like some of my messages, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to support me on Patreon, I have the link in the description below. Guys, I just got the hiccups. This isn't good. I don't want to hiccup in my own video. Well, like always, have a nice morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time you may be in when you're watching this video. Have a good whatever that is, and see you around for the next video. Thank you guys so much. Sinter6 signing out, and peace.